Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel, and welcome back to the 1991 playoffs in Payoff Pitch Baseball. We're back to Three Rivers Stadium tonight in Pittsburgh for Game 2 of the 1991 World Series between the Oakland Athletics and the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Athletics, of course, lead the series 1-0 off of a very wild Game 1, where both pitchers got chased due to a long rain delay. Hopefully we'll have a little bit less of the rain delay tonight. But let's get down to business and let's meet the starting pitcher. First up for the Oakland Athletics. Starting pitcher for the Oakland Athletics is Bob Welch. 12-13 with a 4.58 ERA, 220 innings pitched, as many hits, 25 homers, 91 walks, and 101 strikeouts in 91. Bob Welch was the winning pitcher in Game 2 of the ALCS against Kansas City, and picked up a no decision in Game 6 of the same series when Oakland clinched the series. He will be our starting pitcher for the Athletics. Now let's move over and meet the Pirates starting pitcher, and we'll take our first look at Three Rivers Stadium. Starting pitcher for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Zane Smith. Forgot to mention Bob Welch is a righty, Zane Smith is a lefty. 16-10 with a 3.20 ERA, 228 innings pitched, 234 hits, 15 homers, 29 walks, and 120 strikeouts in 91. He was the winning pitcher going a complete game in Game 2 of the NLCS against the Dodgers. Three Rivers Stadium, definitely leaning toward a pitcher's park. 1-38 for both sides on a wheelhouse chance on ballpark, so switch hitters tonight will be hitting on the opposite side of the pitcher. So against Zane Smith, for instance, switch hitters would be batting righty. With that, the fans are filing into Three Rivers Stadium, so let's move over to the main game area. For our first order of business, if the fans in the stadium would please rise and remove any head coverings, we'll play our national anthem before the start of the game. And now if you'll direct your attention to the mound, we've got another great friend of the channel in Thomas Van Hare of Historic Wings down to throw out the ceremonial first pitch. Thank you for that, Thomas. And now if you'll direct your eyes to the sky, we're actually going to have a flyover as well from the Cactus Air Force in my playthrough of Mag 23 Guadalcanal. We've got 3 of the Wildcats, the CO of the main squadron Phoenix, his executive officer Ruff, and his best performing pilot Shadow, to do a flyover before we start Game 2. Thank you for your indulgence in the flyover and the first pitch from Historic Wings. Make sure to check out his channel, linked in the description down below. Fans are finishing filing in. There's not an empty seat to be found in Three Rivers Stadium. It's a sea of black and gold tonight. With that in mind, let's go ahead and play ball. As the Pirates get loose in the field, we'll take our first look at Oakland's starting lineup. Leading off, we've got Mark McGuire at first base. Terry Steinbach is catching. Jose Canseco is in right field. Ricky Henderson is in left field. Dave Henderson is in center field. Mike Gallego is at second base. Thank you for the correction on that, Craig Scarborough. Like I mentioned in the comments, I was about 5 Actually, when the 1991 World Series was being played, I would have been 6 years old when that was going on. I was just coming to the understanding that 2 + 2 = 4. Now that we've got that minor ramble out of the way, Walt Weiss is at shortstop, Ernest Riles is at third base, And Bob Welch is hitting off of pitcher hitting card 3. Probably his first time ever having to pick up a bat. And that's the lineup Smith is charged with keeping in check. Leading off the game, we've got Mark McGwire. He hit 5 of his 22 home runs against left-handed pitching. We are going to be using black, gold, and white dice. Pirates are the home team. Game 2 of the 1991 World Series. The Pirates know going to Oakland down 0-2 is all but a death sentence. They're trying to keep that from happening. A's would love nothing more than to cross the country with a 2-0 lead. What story will the dice decide to tell? There's only one way to find out, and that's by going to the first pitch. 5 is a tough 99. It's a fly ball into left field. Coming under that one is going to be Bonds. He won't have to move too far for that one. He'll make the catch for out number 1, and Game 2 of the World Series is officially underway. Here's Terry Steinbach, 3 of his 6 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. Smith will look into slot for the sign. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 4 is a tough 46. And Steinbach against the lefty is going to get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a base hit. The infield will go to double play depth, and here's Jose Canseco. 8 of his 44 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. Steinbach would be a D3 to steal, which is a fair chance he's going to stay put. Pirates are at double play depth. Smith will get the sign from slot. Canseco will brace for the pitch. Smith will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a tough 69, and Canseco swings through a curveball for strike 3 for out number 2. And here's Rickey Henderson. Henderson hit 8 of his 18 home runs against left-handed pitching. Smith hoping to get out of this inning with no trouble. Smith glances over to Steinbach at second. Smith will turn back to deal with Henderson. Smith gets the sign from slot. He will set, and he will pitch. 7 is going to be then play 57. That's a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Varsho. He'll range in for that one slightly. He'll make the catch for the third out, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the A's. Score is now Oakland 0, Pittsburgh coming to bat. And now as the A's start to get loose in the field, we'll take our first look at the Pirates lineup. Leading off for the Pirates, we've got Orlando Merced at first base. Gary Varsho is in right field. Barry Bonds is in left. Bobby Bonilla is at third base. Andy Van Slyke is in center field. Don Slaught is catching. Jay Bell is at shortstop. Jose Lind is at second base. And Zane Smith is hitting off of pitcher hitting card 9. That's the lineup Welch is charged with keeping in order tonight. Leading off the bottom of the first for the Pirates is Orlando Merced. All 10 of his home runs coming against right-handed pitching in 91. Welch will look into Steinbach for the sign, as I'm already dropping dice. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 10 is an in-play 62. That's a fly ball into right field. Canseco ranging in for that one. He'll make the catch, and that's out number 1. Just adjusting the camera just a touch. Here's Gary Varsho. All 4 of his home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a tough 8. Varsho's frozen by a changeup for strike 3, and that's out number 2. And stepping into the batter's box is the ever-dangerous Barry Bonds. 18 of his 25 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Welch will look into Steinbach for the sign. Welch will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 11 is a defense check. Somebody's got to play defense. That ball is hit to second base. It's a range play for Mike Gallego. His range at second base is a D. And he's got that one barely, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Gallego will pick that one up. He'll throw it over to first, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates in the bottom of the first. We are scoreless after 1. Top of the second, we'll see the middle of the Oakland order due up next. Smith will finish up his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box to lead off the top of the second will be Dave Henderson. 8 of his 25 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. He also hit a grand slam in Game 1 that helped Oakland blow the game wide open. I should also mention before we go any further that as this is a weeknight game and neither team is facing elimination, the fast score house rule will be in effect tonight. Smith will get the sign from slot. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 40, and against a lefty, Henderson will get a hold of that one, and he'll lead off the inning with a base hit. Speaking of Mike Gallego, here he is. Infield will go to double play depth. 5 of his 12 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. Henderson, not much of a threat to do much on the base paths. He will stay put. Smith will look in at slot for the sign. Pirates are at double play depth. Smith will set. He will pitch. 8 is an in-play 37. And that's going to be popped up on the infield. Bonilla ranging slightly into foul territory, but he'll make the catch for out number 1. And here's Walt Weiss, no home runs in 91. Smith will get the sign from slot. Looking over to Dave Henderson at first again. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is an in-play 78. That's a fly ball into center field. Getting under that one is going to be Van Slyke. He'll make the catch for 2 outs in the inning. And here's Ernest Riles. None of his home runs coming against left-handed pitching. Smith hoping to navigate a leadoff single by Henderson. Smith will get the sign from slot. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 60. That's going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Bell. He'll step on the bag at second himself, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for Oakland as we get ready for the bottom of the second. Pirates are trying not to go back to Oakland down 0-2. Sending the middle of their order to the plate next. Here's Bobby Bonilla. 4 of his 18 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Welch will look into Steinbach for the sign. Three River Stadium buzzing, hoping the Pirates can start scoring some runs here. They've got a very powerful lineup. Welch will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 96. That's not going to help. That's going to be a fly ball into left field. Ricky Henderson will range in for that one. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Here's Andy Van Slyke. 13 of his 17 home runs coming against right-handed pitching. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 10 is an in-play 5. And against a righty, Van Slyke's going to smack that one into left field. That's going to go to the wall, and Van Slyke is going to be safe with a double. Stepping into the batter's box now is Don Slaught. Slaught hit his only home run against right-handed pitching. Ooh, this is a decision. Do you bunt here? Where do you have Van Slyke try to swipe a bag? That's also a tempting idea. Jump of 4 against the hold of 8. He would need a 63 or less to get the jump. And a B3 is a very good chance. Ooh, this is tempting. But Slot's got decent power and a pretty good chance he'll score the run. Slot's going to swing away. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Glance over to Van Slyke. Welch will turn back to the plate. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 44, and that's going to be popped straight up the chimney. Steinbach throws his mask away. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Two outs in the inning, and here's Jay Bell. Bell hit 10 of his 16 home runs against right-handed pitching. Welch hoping to navigate a leadoff double. Actually, a one-out double, I should say. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 0-0. We're going to have a rare play with men on. Let's see, runners on base, in play. Here we go. Got it. Let's see, a 43 says, reroll the 2d6 and pitcher's card as normal. All remaining batters this inning automatically check that result until the pitcher is replaced or the inning ends. All runners advance 2 bases on all hits until the inning ends. Uh-oh. So what are we checking on here? 8, we're checking on patient automatically. So now we'll reroll the D100 for a patient. Actually, let me make a note of that as well, just so I know. I guess Welch is seeming a little bit shaky tonight, so let me just double check if there's anything else that needs to happen there. Remaining this inning, automatically check that result. Okay, so that's for the patient. That's for the bottom of 2, bottom of the second. All right, so we're going to re-roll on and checking on Bell's patient section. A 20 is going to be ball 4. Bell will work a walk out of that one. And here's Jose Lind with 1 out. The A's, 2 outs in the inning, never mind. Lind hit 1 of his 3 home runs against right-handed pitching. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the pitch. We're checking patient automatically. 87 is going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Weiss. He'll step on the bag at second himself, and that will retire the side. A double and a walk, but the Pirates aren't able to do anything with it. Stadium groans. Ugh. We are still scoreless after 2. Top of the third, and we'll be looking at the top of the Oakland order due up next. Welch will finish his warm-up tosses as leading off the top of the not Welch. Smith will finish his warm-up tosses. Bob Welch will be leading off the top of the third. Again, no individualized pitcher hitting stats on the pitcher hitting cards. Smith will look in at slot for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 65. That's going to be a ground ball over to second. Lind will pick that one up. He'll throw it over to first for out number 1. And here's Mark McGwire. McGwire today is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Smith will get the sign from slot. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 9 is an in-play 63. That's going to be another ground ball over to second. Once again, we're calling Lind's name again. He'll make the throw over to first, and that's out number 2. And here's Steinbach. Steinbach had a base hit back in the first. Smith will get the sign from Slot. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and he will pitch. 7 is an in-play 41, and it's popped up on the infield. Bell will get under that one, ranging to his right, but he'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the top of the third. Bottom of the third, we'll see the Pirates' top of the order come up next. First up is Zane Smith. Again, no individualized pitcher hitting cards on these stats on these cards. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach on how to deal with his counterpart. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 95. That's a fly ball into left field. Getting under that one is going to be Ricky Henderson. He'll make the catch for 1 out in the inning. And here's Orlando Merced. Merced today is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is a tough 91. That's a ground ball over to short. Weiss will range to his right for that one. He'll make the throw over to first for out number 2. And here's Gary Varsho. Varsho today is 0 for 1. He struck out swinging his first time up. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 9 is a patient 31, and Varsho is going to find himself on as a slider misses the zone for ball 4 with a 2-out walk. And here's Barry Bonds. Bonds today is 0 for 1. He grounded out his first time up. Varsho, jump of 5 against a hold of 7. They're going to keep him at first, especially with 2 outs, and not being sure he'll make it to second. They don't want to get themselves run out of the inning. That was Bonds having great power and a great eye. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 68. That's a ground ball over to second, or over to short. Weiss will pick that one up. He'll step on the bag at second himself, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except for the walk for the Pirates, and we remain scoreless after 3. Top of the fourth, we'll see the heart of the Oakland order due up next. Smith finishes his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box is Jose Canseco to lead off the top of the fourth. Canseco struck out swinging his first time up. Smith knows Canseco is still very much a threat. Smith will get the sign from Slot. He will set. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 72. That's a fly ball into center field. Van Slyke will get under that one, reining in. He'll make the catch for out number 1. And here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson today is 0 for 1. Smith gets the sign from Slot. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 5 is a tough 84. That's going to be a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Bell. He'll make the throw over to first, get Brent Henderson by a couple of steps, and that's out number 2. And here's Dave Henderson. Henderson is 1 for 1 with a single. Smith trying to get the Pirates out of the inning. Smith will get the sign from Slot. He will set. Here's the pitch. 3 is a ballpark check. Uh-oh. This one's trouble. Henderson thinks he's got a hold of one. And he'll have a base hit against the lefty to extend this inning. Here's Gallego with 2 outs. Gallego popped out his first time up. Henderson, not a threat to do much on the base paths. Smith looking in at slot for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 49, and it's a ground ball over to third. Bonilla will pick that one up. He'll take the out at second, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the A's, and we're headed into the bottom of the 4th, where the Pirates are sending the middle of their order to the plate. And here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Welch looking into Steinbach for the sign. How to attack the ever-dangerous Bonilla. Even though he doesn't have great power against righties, he's got a very good eye. Welch will get the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 8 is a patient 7, and that's easily ball 4. Bonilla will make it to first with a leadoff walk. Here's Andy Van Slyke as the A's will move to double play depth. Van Slyke tonight is 1 for 1 with a double. Bonilla, not a threat to do much on the base paths. Pirates know they need every chance. They need to get every chance at a run. They don't want to go back to Oakland down 0-2. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 58. And it's a fly ball into left field. Ranging in for that one is going to be Ricky Henderson. He'll make the catch for out number 1. Here's Don Slaught. Slaught tonight is 0 for 1. He popped out his first time up. But Welch will glance over to Bonilla at first. He'll turn back to Slaught at the plate. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set, and he will pitch. 3 is a wheelhouse 72. That's a ground ball hit right on the screws, but to Gallego. Let's see if the A's, I should say, can turn the double play. It's going to be 6 or less on 2D6. Side retired. Gallego takes that one. He'll step on the bag himself at second, throw it over to McGuire at first, and that is a G4-3 inning-ending double play. Stadium groans. Ugh. Oakland bench cheers. Yay! We are still scoreless after 4. Top of the 5th, we'll see the bottom of Oakland's order due up next. Stepping into the batter's box for Oakland to lead off the top of the 5th is Walt Weiss. Weiss today is 0 for 1. He flew out to center his first time up. Smith will look into slot for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 6 is a tough 65, and it's a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Lind. He'll throw it over to first for out number 1. And here's Riles. Riles today is 0 for 1. Smith looking in at slot for the sign. Here's the set. He will wind up and he will pitch. 9 is an in-play 91. That's a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Varsho, ranging to his left for that one, but he'll make the play for out number 2. And here's Welch. Welch today is 0 for 1. Apparently he doesn't know what the bat's for. Smith will look in at slot for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 3 is a ballpark check. 45 is in play. That's a 95, and that's a fly ball into left field. Bonds ranging in for that one. He'll make the play on the run, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the top of the 5th. And we've got a pitcher's duel tonight, folks. as we head into the bottom of the 5th. Welch will finish his warm-up tosses, as stepping into the batter's box is Jay Bell. Bell tonight, though, he reached on a walk his first time up. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 10 is an in-play 6, and against the righty, Bell's going to get a hold of that one, and he's going to be at third with a leadoff triple. Stadium cheers. Yay! Golden opportunity for the Pirates, but that will force the infield in. And here's Jose Lind. Lind tonight is 0 for 1 is 0 for 1. The A's infield has got to play in to try to guard against Bell scoring. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set, glancing over to Bell at third. Welch will kick, and here's the pitch. 5 is going to be a tough 61. That's a fly ball into right field. Getting under that one is going to be Canseco. He'll make the catch for out number 1. I believe on a fly out, if it was tough, reduce the runner's rating by actually... Okay, right. Wheelhouse or patient, it wasn't. Runner on. Okay, runner on third. Scores of his run rating is 7 or higher, except it was tough to start the at-bat. So reduce the runner's run rating by 2 before attempting to advance. Canseco's got a terrible arm on the plate. Could the Pirates test it? No, I don't think they're going to test it here. They're going to leave Bell at third with 1 out. Here's Smith. Smith tonight is 0 for 1. He also flew out his first time up. Infield is going to stay in with Bell at third. Pirates were tempted to test Canseco's arm, but with 1 out, they're not going to test it. Similar situation with Smith, they might. Welch will look in at Steinbach for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is going to be an in-play 85. That's a ground ball over to short. We need the infield in chart, though. Here we go. Got it. So that's a G6 for Smith. Let's see what happens here. We need 2D6. That's a 9. Bell's going to make it to the plate. He's going to slide in as the A's. As Weiss tries to come home with that ball, Bell's going to get under the play, under the tag. He'll be safe. Smith will be safe at first. And the Pirates strike first. That is a base hit for Smith. And the score is now 1-0 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! That will send the infield to double play depth. And now Smith is jumping up and down on first saying, DH? I don't need no stinking DH. Drabek didn't either in the NLCS. Here's Orlando Merced. Merced today is 0 for 2. Pirates suddenly with a 1-0 lead. Three Rivers Stadium on their feet. A's are at double play depth. Welch will look into Steinbach for the sign. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 12 is a patient 21, and that's going to be ball 4. Merced will be on with a 1-out walk. Now Welch having a little bit of trouble. That is his 4th free pass on the day. Here's Varsho. Varsho today is 0 for 1 with a walk of his own. Three Rivers Stadium on their feet. They know the Pirates can potentially get more runs out of this inning. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. Welch knows he's got to be careful. A mistake will probably extend the Pirates' lead. Welch will set. Here's the pitch. 4 is a ballpark check. 17's wheelhouse. Varsho thinks he's got a hold of one. And he'll have enough of a hold of that one against a righty. That's going to be a triple, and that will empty the bases. Smith comes in to score. Merced comes all the way from first to score. Varsho is at third on a stand-up triple. And the score is now 3-0 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium goes berserk. Yay, yay, yay! That is the second that is the second triple in the inning for the Pirates. And now the infield's got to come in again with the ever-dangerous Barry Bonds at the plate. Bonds today is 0 for 2. Welch knows he's in a lot of trouble. Welch will look into Steinbach for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 2 is a defense check. Uh-oh. Where's this being hit to? That ball is being hit to third base on a possible error chance. Going after that one is going to be Riles. His error rating is a 2. He can't get to that one, and that's going to be a 2-base error. Varsho will come in to score. Bonds will be safe at second on the E4. Varsho comes in to score. And it is now 4-0 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! Oakland bench groans. Ugh. A costly error by Ernest Riles. Here's Bobby Bonilla. Bonilla today is 0 for 1 with a walk. We are going to get some activity in the Oakland bullpen as they're going to start Kevin Campbell warming up. They're probably going to need some long relief here. Pirates suddenly lead 4-0 in the 5th. Welch knows that he could potentially be giving up more runs here. Bonds at second on the 2-base error. Welch will look in at Steinbach for the sign. Bonilla waits for the pitch. Welch will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a patient 60, and that's ball 4. Bonilla will reach on a 1-out walk. And Welch seems to be having a total meltdown. Here's Andy Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 1 for 2 with a double. Campbell still warming up. He'll be ready to come in anytime. Three River Stadium buzzing. Pirates already lead 4-0, and they're looking for more. They're trying not to go back to Oakland down 0-2. They could send Bonds to third, but the way the Pirates are hitting right now, no point in doing that. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a patient 83. And against a righty, Van Slyke is going to get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a base hit. Ball bloops into right field. Runner on first advances 1 base. Runner on first advances 1 base plus. So Bonds is going to make it to third. Bonilla over at second. And Van Slyke at first. The bases are full of Buccaneers right now, unless I decide to send Bonds. And that's a blooper. That's a bloop single into right field. And similar to earlier, they're not going to get greedy here and send Bonds to the plate, even with Canseco having an absolutely terrible arm. Here's Don Slott. The infield is going to play the corners in. They want a chance at a double play, but on the same token, they want to keep Bonds from scoring. They want to keep the damage to a minimum. Welch will look into Steinbach for the sign. Bases full of Buccaneers. Three River Stadium on their feet, hoping for a good hit. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set, and he will pitch. 5 is a tough 69. That's a ground ball over to second. Getting to that one is going to be Gallego. If they don't turn the double play, Bonds will score, and it's going to be a 6 or less on 2D6. Side retired. Gallego takes that one. He'll step on the bag himself at second, throw it over to McGuire at first, and that will be a G4-3 double play. and the side is retired. But what an inning. What an inning for the Pirates. 4 runs on 4 runs on 4 hits, two triples, and 2 walks. And the score is now 4-0 Pittsburgh after 5. Pirates could have had more, but they will take the 4 runs without complaining, as will the fans at Three Rivers Stadium. Top of the 6th, we'll see the top of Oakland's order due up next. Zane Smith has got to be feeling mighty good coming out of the Pirates bench. He's now staked to a 4-0 lead, and the top of Oakland's order is due up next. Here's Mark McGwire. McGwire today is 0 for 2. He's been very quiet with the bat in his hands today. Smith will look into slot for the sign. Smith will set. He will wind up, and here's the pitch. 10 is a patient 76. And against the lefty, McGwire will get a hold of that one, and that will be a leadoff base hit. That will bring the Pirates to double play depth. And here's Steinbach. Steinbach today is 1 for 2 with a single. McGwire, not a threat to do much on the base paths. Nope, he's not going to go anywhere. Smith will get the sign from slot. Pirates hoping to keep this game under control. Smith will set. Here's the kick, and here's the pitch. 8 is an in-play 1, and against a lefty, Steinbach's going to get a hold of that one, and that's going to be a double. Line shot splits the gap into center field. All runners score, and the A's are going to get on the board. So McGwire will come in to score. Steinbach will be safe at second with a stand-up double. And the score is now 4-1 in favor of the Pirates. The A's are starting to cut into that lead. Here's Jose Canseco with nobody out. Canseco today is 0 for 2. Smith looking into slot for the sign. He's a little bit nervous, as is Three Rivers Stadium. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 88, and Canseco is going to ground that one over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Bell. He'll make the play over to first for out number 1. Run rating of 7 will be enough for Steinbach to make third on the play, and there's 1 out. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson today is 0 for 2. The infield will play in to try to prevent Steinbach, I should say, from scoring. Smith will look into slot for the sign. He will set, and here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 6. Henderson's going to get frozen by a changeup for strike 3 for out number 2. That is just the second strikeout for Smith today, but he doesn't seem like he was a strikeout pitcher. Here's Dave Henderson. Dave Henderson today is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. 4-1 Pirates, top of the 6th. Game 2 of the World Series. Pirates trying to go back to Oakland with a split. Oakland wants to be leading 2-0 when they cross the country. Smith will get the sign from slot. He will set, and here's the pitch. 6 is a tough 98. It's a fly ball into left field. Bonds takes a couple steps to his right. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits. Score is now 4-1 Oakland as we head into the bottom of the 6th. Getting ready to send the bottom of the Pirates' order up to the plate. Welch will finish up his warm-up tosses. As stepping into the batter's box, we will have Jay Bell. Bell today is 1 for 1 with a triple and a walk. I was going to say, did he clear the bases? No, he led off the inning with the triple. Hold on. Something Should have been 4 runs. Leadoff triple. Smith reaching on a base hit. Okay, yeah, the second triple, I think, cleared the bases. I think that's what happened. There should have been 4 runs scored in the bottom of the 5th. Okay, now that we've got that straight, Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the pitch. 10 is an in-play 35, and it's popped up on the infield. McGuire ranging slightly to his left into foul territory, but he'll make the catch for out number 1. And here's Jose Lind. Lind today is 0 for 2. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 10 is an in-play 3, and against a righty, Lind will get a hold of that one, and he's going to smack that into left field, and that's going to be a double. And here's Zane Smith. Smith today is 1 for 2 with the base hit that drove in the leadoff run, or that drove Bell in the first run. Now I think the Pirates are going to lay down the bunt with him. He is a C bunt. And that's going to be a good bunt. Bunted right back to Welch. He'll underhand that over to first. But Lind will move over to third. 2 outs in the inning. So he lays down the sacrifice bunt for 2 outs in the inning. That will move Lind over to third base. Here's Orlando Merced. Merced today is 0 for 2 with a walk. And he scored as part of the Pirates' 4-run 4th. Welch, or 4-run 5th, I should say. Welch will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 68. That's going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Gallego. He'll fire it over to first. That will retire the side. Nothing across except the double for the Pirates, but the score remains 4-1 Pittsburgh after 6. Top of the 7th, we'll see the middle of Oakland's order due up next. Smith will finish his warm-up tosses as leading off the top of the 7th for the A's will be Mike Gallego. Gallego tonight is 0 for 2. Smith will look into slot for the sign. Three Rivers Stadium on their feet, hoping the Pirates can keep this game right where it is or add to the lead. Smith will set. He will wind up, and here's the pitch. 3 is a ballpark 87 is in play. Let's see what Gallego can do with this one. 38 is going to be popped up on the infield. Bonilla ranging slightly into foul territory. He'll make the catch for out number 1. And here's Walt Weiss. Weiss tonight is 0 for 2 as well. Smith looking into slot for the sign. Three River Stadium, very happy with what they're seeing. Smith will set. Here's the pitch. 5 is a tough 33. And Weiss is going to pop that one up on the infield as well. Once again, Bonilla will be able to stay in fair territory this time. He'll range to his left for out number 2. And here's Ernest Riles. Riles tonight, not having a good night either. He is 0 for 2. Smith will get the sign from slot. He will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 10 is a patient 78, and it's a fly ball into center field. Van Slyke ranging in for that one. He'll make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's here in the top of the 7th. We are ready for the bottom of the 7th. which means it is stretch time. I'll get a little bit of a stretch in. Ooh, I felt that. Ooh. Oh, goodness gracious, I'm getting old. Anyway, we are going to see a pitching change for Oakland as Bob Welch is going to come out of the game. He has pitched 6 innings. Let's see, gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 earned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks. Struck out 1. I thought he had another strikeout. I thought he had 2. Could have sworn he got a second strikeout. Maybe not. Maybe just the 1. No hit batters, no balks, no wild pitches. Faced 28. Welch is coming out of the game. Coming into pitch will be Kevin Campbell. 1-0 with a 2.74 ERA, 23 innings pitched, 13 hits, 4 homers, 14 walks, 16 strikeouts in 91. The pitcher's spot is not due up for quite a while in this inning, so we're probably not going to have to worry about that. Leading off the bottom of the 7th for the Pirates is Gary Varsho. Varsho tonight is 1 for 2 with a triple and a walk. Campbell will look into Steinbach for the sign. Three River Stadium on their feet. Campbell will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 63, and it's a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Weiss. He'll make the play for out number 1. Here's Barry Bonds. Bonds tonight is 0 for 2, but he reached on an error back in the 5th. Campbell will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the pitch. 3 is a patient 44, and that's easily ball 4. Bonds will work a 1-out walk out of the at-bat. Here's Bonilla. Bonilla tonight is 0 for 1 with 2 walks. Infield will go to double play depth. Are they going to try to send Bonds over to second? Jump of 7 against a hold of 5. No, they're not going to send him. It's tempting, but no. Bonilla's got pretty good power and a very good eye. Campbell will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set, and he will pitch. 8 is a patient 18, and that's very easily ball 4. Bonilla will reach as a slider misses the zone on the outside corner for ball 4, and suddenly the Pirates have something cooking as Three River Stadium comes to life. Here's Van Slyke. Van Slyke today is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Campbell knows he's got to be careful with Van Slyke. A mistake extends the Pirates' lead, most likely. Campbell will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 72. It's a ground ball over to short. Picking that one up is going to be Weiss. Will the A's turn 2? 5 or less on 2d6. No! Bonds will make third. Bonilla will be thrown out. Van Slyke will be safe at first on the fielder's choice, but there are 2 outs in the inning. And here's Slot. Slot today is 0 for 3. He's hit into 2 double plays today. That won't be a problem in this inning because because there are 2 outs in the inning. The Pirates hold a 3-run lead though. Van Slyke at first, Bonds at third, Slot at the plate. Campbell will look into Steinbach for the sign. He will set, and he will pitch. 9 is a wheelhouse check 50. That's going to be good enough for a base hit, and the Pirates will extend their lead. Bonds will come in to score. Van Slyke will go all the way to third on the fielder on the extra base running with 2 outs. And Slyke is at third, Slots at first, and the score is now 5-1 in favor of the Pirates. Stadium cheers. Yay! And here's Jay Bell. Bell tonight is 1 for 2 with a triple and a walk. Runners at the corners. Van Slyke at third. Slot at first. Campbell will look in at Steinbach for the sign. He will set. Campbell will pitch. 10 is a tough 5. Bell's going to get frozen by the high heat for strike 3, and that will retire the side. More damage done, though. 1 run on 1 hit and 2 walks. And the score is now 5-1 Pirates after 7. Top of the 8th, and we're going to see the bottom of Oakland's order, the top of Oakland's order, I should say, due up next. Smith will finish his warm-up tosses as leading off the top of the 8th. We're going to see a pinch hitter for Kevin Campbell. He's going to come out of the game. I'll compile stats for him real quick. 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 1 run, it was earned. 2 walks, 1 strikeout, and faced 5. Coming in to pinch hit for the A's will be Harold Baines. 16 of his 20, actually 4 of his 20 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. Speaking of left-handers, the A's are going to get... they're going to get Rick Honeycutt warming up in the A's bullpen. Smith will look in at slot for the sign. Smith will yell at me to stop dropping dice. Smith will look into slot for the sign. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 6 is going to be a tough 8. Baines is going to get frozen by the slider for strike 3, and that will be out number 1. One out for Mark McGuire. McGuire today is 1 for 3 with a single, and he scored Oakland's lone run. Smith will get the sign from slot. Smith will set. He will wind up, and here's the pitch. 3 is a ballpark 61. That's in play. And that's going to be a fly ball into left field. Bonds ranging in for that one slightly. He'll make the catch for out number 2. And here's Steinbach. Steinbach today is 2 for 3 with a single and a double. Smith will get the sign from slot. Three Rivers Stadium, happy with what they see. Smith will set. Here's the windup, and here's the pitch. 7 is an in-play 65. It's a fly ball into right field. Coming under that one is going to be Varsho, ranging back slightly for that one, but he'll have plenty of room to make the catch, and that will retire the side. 1, 2, 3 go the A's in the bottom of the 8th. Coming in to pitch for the A's will be Rick Honeycutt. 2-4 with a 3.58 ERA, 37 2/3 innings pitched, 37 hits, 3 homers, 20 walks, 26 strikeouts in 91. In Game 1, he pitched an inning of relief and only gave up a hit. Tonight he'll be tasked with the bottom of the Pirates order. We are going to get some activity in the Pirates bullpen as the Pirates are going to get Roger Mason warming up in their bullpen. We are going to see a pinch hitter for Zane Smith. He's going to come out of the game. I will compile stats for him. He had a great outing tonight. I was tempted to let him go for the complete game, but no, they're going to lift him for a pinch hitter. He's very much done his job and gotten this game to the Pirates' bullpen. Gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 hits, 1 run. It was earned. Walked. I don't think he walked anybody tonight. No. 1, 2, 3 strikeouts. Faced 29. Not a bad outing for Zane Smith. Now who are the Pirates going to bring in to pinch hit against the lefty? They are going to bring in... They're going to bring Gary Ritas in to pinch hit. 5 of his 7 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. So Gary Ritas will be the pinch hitter. Honeycutt to lead off the bottom of the 8th. Honeycutt will look into Steinbach for the sign. Three River Stadium on their feet. They know they're 3 outs away from tying this series. The Pirates are 3 outs away from tying this series. Honeycutt will set. He will pitch. 5 is a tough 55. And that's going to be a ground ball over to third. Picking that one up is going to be Riles. Actually, wait a second. Hold on. Lind should be the batter here. So I'm going to re-roll that. Ritas is still going to be the pinch hitter. So I'm going to re-roll Honeycutt's I'm going to re-roll the at-bat. Honeycutt, now that we've got the right batter at the plate, Honeycutt will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. Here's the pitch. Right, let me just double check that. Yes, Lynn should be the leadoff batter. Okay, 6 is an in-play 3. And against a lefty, Lynn will get a hold of that one. He'll get that out of the infield, and that's going to be a base hit. That changes the math a little bit, actually. Now the question is, do I let Smith... No. I think we're going to stick with the plan here. So Smith is still going to come out of the game. Coming into pinch hit for the Pirates will still be Gary Ritas. 5 of his 7 home runs coming against left-handed pitching. Lind, I don't think, is running in a 4-run game. Honeycutt will get the sign from Steinbach. The A's are going to move to double play depth. Honeycutt will set. Ritas will brace for the pitch. Honeycutt will kick, and here's the pitch. 5 is a tough 49, and that's going to be a ground ball over to third. Picking that one up is going to be Riles. Let's see if they turn the double play. It will be a 4 or less on 2d6. No! Lind will be thrown out. Ritas will reach first on the fielder's choice. And here's Merced. The A's will stay at double play depth. Merced today is 0 for 3 with a walk. Honeycutt will get the sign from Steinbach. Tempting to bunt here, but again, 4-run game, you're probably not bunting. Honeycutt will get the sign from Steinbach. He will set. He will pitch. 4 is going to be a ballpark check. 49 is in play. A 63 is going to be a ground ball over to second. Picking that one up is going to be Gallego. Can they turn 2 and get out of the inning? It is a 7 or less on 2d6. No! Ritas will make second. Merced will be thrown out at first on the sacrifice hit. And there are 2 outs in the inning. And here's Varsho. Varsho tonight is 1 for 3 with a triple. All right, Honeycutt looking into Steinbach for the sign. He will set. Here's the pitch. 9 is a patient 73. And that's going to be a Fly ball into center field. Dave Henderson ranging back for that one a little bit, but he'll have plenty of room before the track to make the catch, and that will retire the side. Nothing across except the single for the Pirates. Score remains 5-1 Pittsburgh after 8. But will we see some ninth inning magic? In order to find out, the A's, well, they have the right part of their order coming up. They've got the heart of the order coming up, but we're going to see a pitching change for the Pirates. Coming in to pitch for the Pirates will be Roger Mason. 3-2 with a 3.03 ERA. 29 2/3 innings pitched, 21 hits, 2 homers, 6 walks, 21 strikeouts in 91. He is charged with the heart of Oakland's order and trying to get this series tied up. Pirates are 3 outs away from doing that. But in order to do that, Roger Mason's got to go through the heart of the order. Leading off the top of the 9th is Jose Canseco. Canseco tonight is 0 for 3. Mason will look into slot for the sign. Mason will set. Here's the kick. After I pick up the dice again without falling over. Mason will set, and here's the pitch. 8 is a tough 15, and Canseco's frozen by the high heat for strike 3, and that's out number 1. Here's Ricky Henderson. Henderson tonight is 0 for 3. Mason looking in at slot for the sign. Mason will set, and here's the pitch. 5 is an in-play 27, and that's going to be popped up on the infield. Getting under that one is going to be Lind, ranging to his right. He'll make the play for out number 2. And the last chance for the A's comes down to their hero of Game 1, Dave Henderson. He is 2 for 3 with 2 singles tonight. Pirates win. We go across the country with the series tied. Henderson gets on base. The game continues. Mason looking into slot for the sign. Three River Stadium on their feet, hoping for a good pitch to end this game. Mason will set. He will pitch. 8 is a tough 33. And Henderson's going to swing through a slider for strike 3. That's your game. The Pittsburgh Pirates have tied this series at a game apiece by a final score of 5-1. Stadium cheers. Yay! Final line score coming up. For the Pirates, 5 runs on 7 hits and no errors. For the Athletics, 1 run on 5 hits and 1 error. Zane Smith is going to end up with the win tonight after a gem of a performance. Bob Welch is going to end up with the loss, and Roger Mason will have a hold because the lead was too high. And that will do it for Game 2 of the World Series. This series is tied. Thursday night will be Game 3 as the series shifts to Oakland. I don't have the starting pitchers off the top of my head, but it will be both number 3 starters. Before that, though, Space Month will continue on Wednesday as we are going to stick to playing Astronauts from Indie Boards and Cards. Saturday, Mystical Munchies will continue out of the Star Wars Galaxy's Edge official Black Spire Outpost cookbook with the side, Roasted Kajaka Root. Sunday, we're playing Star Wars Outer Rim. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.